A lot of times, women say there are no suitable men to choose from, or that they can't possibly know which men will turn out to be no good. In some instances, there are those who would misrepresent themselves and then pull the Uno reverse once they've got what they want. So that begs the question, is there a way to tell which men are good men and which will turn out to be not so good? I want to play a short clip and I'll react to it on the other side. If you're new here, I go by TS7. That sounds familiar. If you've ninja watched a few of my videos, why not check to see that you're subscribed to the channel? At any rate, let's get some understanding.
My thing is, how y'all be coming at the girls with bad baby daddies? Like, oh, y'all picked them, so, I didn't know y'all could see in the future and see what y'all baby daddies is going to be like. I didn't know that was a thing. Because if that's a thing, please let me know. I didn't know that was possible to see in the future and be like, oh, you're going to be a deadbeat. Yeah, you're going to be an asshole. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, we didn't have a preview. Now, the ones that y'all baby daddies got 5, 6, 7, 8 kids with them, a whole football team with them, and y'all already seen they was deadbeats and they wasn't doing what they supposed to do, y'all got no excuse. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be the one. Yeah, I'm the one. They're gonna be I'm the one. But the ones that is y'all first time having a kid together, we didn't have a preview. We didn't like, oh, y'all picked them. That's what you get. I don't understand that. Like, we can't see in the future, bitch.
Obviously, this is a young woman, likely in her 20s, so we're going to take that into account. Because what does being young come along with? It comes with a lack of life experience and the inability to look at things objectively. Basically, not knowing how to properly vet a man for suitability. The only thing young people have a firm grasp on is what they like. But we'll get back to that in a second. Let's take her words that she's saying in a rather facetious way. She didn't know that you could tell the future and that you could have a preview into the kind of man that your baby daddy would turn out to be. At best, those are disingenuous statements. Because when being objective, you're not looking at the future. You're looking at the present. From the time you meet a guy, that's a clear preview into what kind of person he is and will likely turn out to be in the future. The problem comes in when your ability to be objective is clouded by new relationship energy. New relationship energy refers to the heightened emotional and sexual feelings experienced in the early stages of a romantic or sexual relationship. It's characterized by intense excitement, euphoria, and a strong sense of attraction. Let's be clear. The red flags were there and you saw every last one of them. But it's difficult to see red flags when you're looking through rose-colored glasses. And let's understand this. When some women are young and inexperienced, they look for things that are inconsequential when it comes to building the foundation to a healthy, long-lasting relationship. They look at how handsome he is, his height, and how much money he appears to have. They worry about whether he has motion, rather than if he can regulate his emotions. They also put a lot of stock into whether their friend group will think they look cute together. I'm not overgeneralizing when I say that most women will not go for a man that no other women are checking for. Again, there isn't anything inherently wrong with men who are handsome, tall, and well off financially. But we have to note that these descriptors don't have anything to do with their character, which should be of the utmost importance. What are some of the character traits to look for when vetting for a relationship? How about whether the guy is honest? Let's start there. His word is his bond, and if he says he's going to do something, it's as good as done. How about a man that shows that he's responsible and can be trusted? What about his stance on monogamy and committing to one woman at a time? These character traits are the foundational things upon which you should be building a relationship. And listen, we shouldn't discount the role that a male figure could play in aiding the process. Ideally, it would be her father. But brothers, uncles, male relatives who have no ulterior motive other than aiding you to make a good decision, they're in a unique position to be able to do that because we're men and we know other men infinitely better than women do, just as women know other women infinitely better than men do. So with an objective lens, we can look at a man and get a clear picture of what he's like, whether he's honest, responsible, hardworking, generous, flirtatious with other women, and any of the other things that make for good husband material. Take it from people who've been through it and have come out the other side of it. The man of good character is always the better bet, even if he's not the best looking arm candy for you. In some instances, women are going to need to stop being followers and start being leaders. What do I mean by that? I mean, just because the guy who meets all those qualifications may not present a certain way doesn't mean he should be discarded. And so if the friend group doesn't approve of him, she might have to get the friend group in line. If the measure of this man has been taken and it turns out that he's in fact a good man, that should be the determining factor. Soon enough, even if they don't like him in the beginning, the friend group is bound to wonder. She could get any man she wants to, so why him? What is it about him? Over time, perhaps they'll see why him, and it might inspire them to make changes in how they measure the men in which they're interested. True, you can't tell the future, but you know in the present that person has not married you. We need to normalize marrying before you carry. And I know that some will say that a married man could still abandon his family, and that's possible, though not as prevalent. But without marriage, the chances of you never being anything other than a baby mama goes up exponentially. We all have a subconscious magnet. We attract certain people into our lives and we accept the love we think we deserve. Is there any wonder that some women fall for a guy and get it into their head that they can change him? They can inspire him to want to be a better man. You can inspire a good man to be better, but it's rare that you can inspire a guy who's no good to be better. Pick the guy you need instead of the man you want. So each and every one of us should internalize the following statements. Either I picked wisely or I picked poorly. Because ultimately, it's no one's fault but our own. Here's to taking accountability for our own actions and trying to be a little better every day. Now that we got some understanding, I'm about to get up through here on y'all. If you got value from this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and watch one of these videos next.